We often hear that young people don't feel heard, and that leads to depression, mental health issues, or even worse. What can be done to change this? And do you think enough is being done?
I think that I can't say otherwise, but like there's help there available, and the government are trying, and also parents, even the education system are trying to get the youth or the children to help them out in case of that they're been feeling left out or there's a lack of understanding from them. Maybe if we can have a talk with them, like a serious talk, and break the taboo and everything, that there is help available and that is not the end of the road, and to always seek help if they need it in case of them shutting themselves off, in which it can lead them to more to do a lot of more unnecessary things.
Maria, do you think enough is being done? What can be done to change this? Because it keeps coming up that the young people feel that they're not being heard the way it should be.
I do not think enough is being done, because I had been there once where nights I felt like I was alone because I felt unheard, and it led me to depression and anxiety. And I think not much has been done, because I believe if there's a strong bond between parents and kids, that kids can easily communicate. Kids can easily go to their parents and tell their parents what they actually feel. It's because of the fear kids have. That's why they don't open up easily with parents. I think awareness on this, and maybe sessions where parents are actually seated and there's someone talking to them in school especially, because this is the only way you can get parents to actually sit through an awareness.
What are the signs? I mean, I'll ask you because you said you felt you were not being heard. What were the signs and how did you get out of it?
The signs are you feel left out most of the time. You just start withdrawing yourself, staying in the room, not wanting to communicate, losing your appetite, and actually coming to the extent where you think of suicide. And from there, when I was in that stage, how I got out of it, firstly, it was spiritually, actually. When I felt alone, I could actually feel God close by. So every time I'd cry, every time I felt like this was it, maybe I should just end it here, there's a voice that usually comes from within. There's peace and there's calm. So I felt that even though no one else was listening, God was there all along, and I knew I had purpose. So if I gave up, who would actually accomplish that purpose for me? Who would do it for my sisters, especially as I'm the eldest? So I came out of that to actually be a good role model for my sisters and to be a better person, and that's what has shaped me.
There's always a brighter side to things, yes. Looking at the goodness of life that you've been blessed with, of course. Tale, what do you think? Do you think enough is being done regarding young people don't feel they're being heard, and that leads to depression and other mental health issues?
Okay, I feel enough is being done, but it's just that I guess the foundation from home, parents are neglecting their children. They're not listening to them because the government is doing enough. That's my belief. Okay? I personally believe that is. It's just from home. Families are not doing enough to hear, to listen to the children, the youths, what they have to say. And it all starts from a young age. If there's that foundation, then we won't have to worry about mental health, or depression, because everything has a foundation. And if we listen to children from a young age, that would be, there's a saying that's, instead, prevention is better than, prevention is better than cure. That's what I believe in. Prevention is better than cure. So if you listen from a young age, you prevent mental health, depression, any other thing that leads to that. So I believe there is enough being done. we just need to start from home. We need to listen more. Children and parents need to listen to each other, not just one way, both ways.
As a young person, Phoebe, what's your thoughts? Is enough being done? A big issue being raised about people not hearing the younger people, the family unit. What are your thoughts?
Not enough is being done, but the youth, they don't know who to turn to. They feel like if they open up, no one is going to hear them, but they should know that there is always support from church communities and at home, and I think parents should be more understandable to their children. They don't know what we teenagers feel or go through in life and the challenges we may come across. So I think there's, like Tale said, understanding. We need better understanding at home.
Shaina?
As a young person myself, I think there is not enough being done because mental health issue is something that not everyone talks about at home. And also, young people are depressed when they don't get heard, right? And that is what causes depression, anxiety. And in order for them to be heard, as most of you have mentioned, that parents should have a conversation with them. And what this like a stereotype, like what you call this, like parents and elder people often think that young people are inexperienced, therefore they don't like to take our advice. But as you mentioned, we young people would like to contribute and suggest as the world is developing, and it would be great to put our ideas into it. Thank you.